Imagine a legendary name that once turned every highway into a stage, suddenly returning with a sharper face, a lower stance, a deeper growl, and a mission to remind America why the Trans Am became a symbol of freedom, attitude, and pure performance. Welcome to Prime Car Culture, where today we are taking a detailed look at the imagined 2027 Pontiac Trans Am, a modern interpretation of one of the most recognizable American performance cars ever created. And if Pontiac ever decided to make that dream real, this is the kind of machine that could make an entrance impossible to ignore. From the first glance, the imagined Trans Am carries the attitude of a true American grand touring muscle car. The front end is broad, low, and aggressively planted, with a long hood flowing toward a carefully shaped nose that looks designed to cut through the air rather than simply decorate it. The grille treatment would be one of the strongest visual signatures, using a wide dark opening with a purposeful texture and a subtle interpretation of the classic Pontiac identity. Instead of copying the past line for line, the design could use modern proportions, thin lighting elements, sculpted surfaces, and a more technical appearance to create something that feels unmistakably new while still respecting the heritage. The closer you look, the more deliberate the details become. The grille could feature a deep black finish, tightly integrated air channels, and a discreet Trans Am emblem positioned with the confidence of a badge that does not need an explanation. Above it, the headlights would be slim, precise, and intensely focused, using modern LED technology with a distinctive internal signature. Their shape could visually stretch toward the fenders, making the car appear wider and lower even when standing still. The daytime running lights would add another layer of identity, forming a crisp light signature that could become instantly recognizable from across a parking lot or through a rear-view mirror. At night, that lighting would transform the Trans Am from an attractive modern muscle car into something much more dramatic, with bright white elements emphasizing the width of the nose, while the dark bodywork fades into the background. Move around the front corners, and the imagined bodywork becomes even more athletic. The front three-quarter profile reveals a long hood, a swept windshield, muscular shoulders, and a cabin pushed slightly rearward, creating the classic proportions that enthusiasts expect from a serious American performance machine. The fenders appear tense and sculpted, while the lower body carries aerodynamic extensions that visually pull the car toward the pavement. A modern interpretation of the famous Trans Am character could be built into the hood itself, perhaps through functional vents or a subtle center power bulge that communicates the presence of a serious engine underneath. Along the side, the car would balance heritage and modern engineering. The roofline could remain sleek without becoming excessively low, allowing the Trans Am to look fast while preserving enough cabin space for real-world driving. The side glass would have a compact, sporty shape, while the mirrors would be streamlined and positioned to reduce wind noise and aerodynamic drag. Their housings could incorporate slim turn indicators, creating a small but premium detail that connects function with design. The door handles would sit flush with the body, giving the side a cleaner appearance and helping airflow move smoothly along the panels. This is the kind of detail that might seem minor until you see the entire vehicle together, because every surface contributes to the impression of speed. Beneath the body, large performance alloy wheels would fill the arches with a confident stance. A modern Trans Am could wear lightweight multi-spoke wheels, finished in a dark metallic treatment, perhaps paired with a brighter machined edge for contrast. Behind them, oversized performance brakes would provide the hardware needed to control the car's power, with large rotors and high-performance calipers visible through the spokes. The wheel and brake combination would not simply be about appearance. It would signal that this car is designed to accelerate hard, corner with confidence, and repeatedly slow down without losing composure. From the rear, the imagined Trans Am would continue that muscular theme with broad shoulders, a sculpted trunk, and a low aerodynamic profile. The rear lighting could reinterpret classic Pontiac themes through a modern LED signature, stretching horizontally across the body and giving the car a wider visual footprint after dark. The taillights would be thin and sharply defined, with individual light elements creating a premium appearance rather than relying on oversized shapes. A subtle rear spoiler could sit integrated into the trunk lid, balancing downforce requirements with clean styling. The lower bumper would feature a pronounced diffuser area, while the exhaust outlets would sit prominently at the corners or in a tightly grouped performance arrangement. Seeing those exhaust pipes beneath the rear fascia would immediately suggest that this is not simply a nostalgic styling exercise. A modern Trans Am emblem would complete the rear identity. Finished in black, polished metal, or a restrained red accent, the badge could become one of the car's most photographed details. Open the door and the imagined 2027 Trans Am could reveal an interior that is dramatically more sophisticated than its predecessors while keeping the driver at the center of the experience. The dashboard would be broad and driver-focused, with a clean horizontal architecture that combines digital technology with physical controls for the functions enthusiasts use most. The materials could mix soft-touch surfaces, leather, suede-like trim, carbon fiber-inspired accents, and carefully stitched panels. The objective would be simple. Make the cabin feel premium enough for long-distance touring, but purposeful enough that you never forget this is a performance car. In front of the driver, a thick-rim steering wheel could carry a flat-bottom design, metal-look controls, paddle shifters, and a prominent Trans Am emblem at the center. Its shape would provide a natural grip, while the controls keep important functions close to the driver's hands. Behind it, a fully digital instrument cluster could display speed, engine information, navigation, performance data, drive modes, and configurable graphics. A dedicated performance screen could show horsepower and torque delivery, oil temperature, transmission information, lateral acceleration, lap timing, and other information designed for drivers who want more than a basic speedometer. The central infotainment display would bring the modern side of the Trans Am into focus, offering navigation, smartphone connectivity, audio controls, vehicle settings, and performance menus through a clean interface. Rather than covering the entire dashboard with screens, the design could preserve a sense of physical structure, giving the cabin a more timeless character. Below the display, the center console could combine a compact gear selector with drive mode controls, electronic parking brake functions, storage space, and dedicated buttons for climate and performance settings. If this concept uses a traditional automatic transmission, the shifter could be designed to feel substantial and mechanical, rather than overly electronic. That detail would reinforce the connection between driver and machine. The front seats would be deeply bolstered performance seats, shaped to hold occupants securely during hard cornering while remaining comfortable on long trips. High-quality leather or leather and suede upholstery could be paired with contrasting stitching and embossed Trans Am branding. The rear seating area, depending on the final body configuration, could favor occasional passengers and additional storage rather than limousine-like space. That would be completely acceptable for a car whose priorities are style, performance, and driver engagement. Door panels could continue the same theme, combining padded materials with metallic trim, soft lighting, speaker grills, and carefully stitched sections. Every place your hand touches should feel deliberate, because premium quality is not only about what you see, it is also about what you feel when you enter the car. At night, the cabin could take on a completely different personality. Subtle ambient lighting would trace the dashboard, doors, and center console without becoming distracting. The illumination could change with the selected drive mode, creating a calmer environment in touring mode and a more energetic atmosphere when the performance settings are activated. The roof could feature a large panoramic glass panel, allowing natural light into the cabin during the day and giving occupants an open view of the sky at night. That would add a sense of modern luxury without taking away from the aggressive personality of the car. But the most important question remains, what could power a 2027 Trans Am? Still, if the Trans Am name returned as a serious American performance model, enthusiasts would expect a powertrain capable of matching the visual drama. One plausible direction would be a high-output turbocharged or supercharged V8, combining massive low-end torque with strong top-end performance. Another possibility in the modern automotive world would be a high-performance hybrid system, using electric assistance to deliver immediate torque while retaining a powerful combustion engine for character and sound. Either approach could create a compelling machine if the engineering focused on balance rather than simply chasing the largest horsepower number. Imagine opening the hood and finding a beautifully organized performance engine bay, with the power plant positioned beneath a sculpted cover and surrounded by reinforced cooling hardware. Large air channels could feed the intake system, while heat extraction vents in the hood could help manage temperatures during hard driving. A close look at the engine would reveal the components that make the performance possible: reinforced plumbing, compact electronics, performance cooling, and carefully packaged hardware designed for reliability under demanding conditions. The real goal would be repeatable performance, because a sports car should not feel impressive for one acceleration run and then struggle when the temperature rises. If Pontiac ever decides that the time is right to bring the Trans Am back, the expectations will be enormous, but so will the opportunity. This is the kind of name that does not need an introduction. It needs a machine worthy of carrying it. And if this imagined 2027 version is even close to the future enthusiasts dream about, the Trans Am could once again become a car that people do not simply drive, but remember. Thanks for joining Prime Car Culture for this deep look at the imagined 2027 Pontiac Trans Am. If you enjoyed the design, technology, performance possibilities, and heritage behind this modern interpretation, stay with us for more future cars, legendary revivals, and automotive stories. Until the next drive, keep your passion for cars alive, keep your eyes on the road, and remember that the best automotive legends are not defined only by horsepower or speed, but by the feeling they create long after the engine is turned off.